I know about where it is because he had it going like this. That's why I know about where it is, so I can cut it.
So I think in November,
And
that's when
I can trim it.
the districts
And
are
then,
effective.
District's
meeting,
effective in November. That's
and
when
then
it's
cut it.
okay.
Yeah, I think, yeah. So
Yeah, because I've been meaning to do
I
that.
should be,
My truck is
I should still be on y'all. I should actually.
I think it's still a piece of,
Okay.
Because y'all will be
like
under.
fence on it, and I was gonna pull a fence out of my truck.
Because right now,
But,
I mean, it just depends on what's.
I'll get that.
So right now, I have all the Charleston farms, and all the neighborhoods around.
I drove by.
So you'll still be Park Circle. And if you still be
Yeah, so
Park
if I still
Circle,
have Park Circle, I should
they're
have
gonna
y'all.
add
That thing growing back up again.
so that.
And I cut it a few weeks ago,
So,
and then I got
Well,
upset.
well, that's fine. I don't mind. So whenever
If we don't do it,
they do that, or at any point, I can talk to everyone.
Because I had Rhonda call me. Think you cut my yard? I know, we don't do this.
I do that.
I got
The other.
Rhonda?
You talking about
I
the
ask them if they want to. Sometimes they do.
No.
That's what
Do
awesome.
it.
But we hear from
Well, yeah.
Cause I do wanna get with you to see if, about how we need to structure.
I got
it so I can
Bobby,
tighten it up.
Bobby
Like
yard
it
last
sound
week.
like.
Yeah, so I was told,
Growing up,
that you have to go through the.
every time I cut the yard, man, it make me,
So,
I
feel
feel like crying, I feel like I can hear him.
You have
in
a
the
spot
house
that-
talking.
Y'all got a budget for it.
They won't just go through.
Yeah, they have to have a community body.
So I guess we might as well wait until the elections, because I don't think, to see who's gonna be over everything. Because I know my current council member that I deal with isn't rerunning. I got Bob King right now. So as far as I know, he's not rerunning. So who knows who's gonna be the new
Yeah,
spot.
Okay, we'll see. I know I gotta get the mayor to sign off on it too.
Yeah.
He said he would sign off on some things.
So you're gonna try and do it before? Oh, okay, well then that's fine.
And because they know us,
Mhm.
so these are the people who know us,
Yeah, you might as well try.
why they know us.
Yeah.
So we'll see, and if it don't work, then we'll have to go to the.
Yeah, try and get him to do it before the meeting. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, because he knows the history, and he knows what we need.
Mhm.
Honestly, I thought about that the other day when I was cutting.
It's only few of us today.
So I was telling him, well, it's not even 7 yet.
No, it's 6:30.
Oh, they got it on the calendar for 7. That's why I always show up at 7.
No, it's 6:30.
That makes sense, see?
So
I'm
much.
about to ask them.
Yeah,
somebody
you
to
got
change
Evan,
that.
yeah.
If we get some.
But I was telling him, like 2 or 3 of the other communities, they don't do any meetings until September. Like they stop during the summer. I was like, 'cause I asked him, I said, why do y'all do that? Well, a lot of people don't come out, and I would think
It sound like you.
because if school's out, it's more busy that y'all would do more.
We usually have about 15 to 20, 15 to 30 here, and then we have another 80 online. So we have, this goes YouTube Live, and then this goes Facebook Live.
No clue.
So, anywhere between 60 and 80 we have on.
That's
So it's about
awesome.
100.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And but see, the online is from all over, California, New Jersey, Florida. Yeah, because you can just go to YouTube.
Right, right.
All right, we can get started.
Well, that's good to know.
Yep.
I'm glad I got here early. I always wonder, because when I walk in, it's like packed. I'm like, man, what's going on here?
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. That's too much.
Meeting adjourned. Open up with a prayer.
Father God, we come to you on this minute now. Thank you for all you have done for us today. Father God, we ask that you go in the community and heal those who are lying on the sick bed, those family members who are going through trauma, and those family members who are going through bereavement. Father God, keep us, and you'll always keep us. We ask that you come in and miss this meeting, give us wisdom and understanding. In these things we ask. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Oh, welcome. But you know, God said was 2 or 3 gathered in my name. We will be in the midst. So we don't have the name today, but that's okay. We got some people already online. Yeah, we're online YouTube and Facebook. And we just thank God for us being able to do that with y'all. thank you for the opening prayer. I have, a thank you from the Grant family. The Grant family had a cleanup day, this weekend, 2 days, they did Friday and Saturday. They cleaned up around the graveyard and the Grant properties back there. They had gotten all the trees, under the trees, and all the leaves and stuff in the middle. Have you ridden that?
Yes, we did do it, so
Oh,
I wanted to get it.
you wanted to. Yeah, so yeah, I think it was like 20 people came out, on and off. And we had a good 15 working, so, yeah, so that was good.
That's a good
It
thing.
was good. And they were very gracious, providing water and snacks and sandwiches and of course, so we thank them for that. And then we have our former secretary was ill, and she said a thank you note. We gave her a food basket, and we also gave her some of her specialty foods. And then Minister Craig and his brother went to her house because I guess EMS came and they broke into her house to get her out of the house. And so they broke the door. So Minister Craig and I also want to call him Adrian. I also want to call him Maurice for some reason. Minister Craig and Adrian went there and fixed her house. And she's very, very gracious about that. But she wrote us a thank you note on behalf of the Liberty Hill Improvement Council. It says, with special thanks, your thoughtfulness has been a real blessing. May God continue to bless you. I am so thankful for your kindness. Thank you for thinking of me. I am so grateful. Love you, Barbara Stevens Harley. And it says, in Ruth 2:12 says, may the Lord reward you for all you have done. Amen? Amen. So we got a blessing coming. Not that we do it for a blessing, but we got a blessing coming. So we thank everybody who helped her. And I know even Miss Darlene, she keeps up with Barbara, and she even went over there and gave her a nice, beautiful basket of goodies. So we thank God for her too. So, yeah. All right. The minutes, last week, I'm just kind of going to go over briefly what we talked about last week, if you don't mind. The actual meeting did not record properly, so, but I did take some notes, and I'm going to attempt to read them. Opening prayer was done by Dexter, and we thank everybody for helping during the Liberty Hill STEM Day. Headquarters changed to 4656 Gaynor Avenue. We had the resource officer who gave his report, Mr. Hobart, right?
Yes.
Officer Hobart. And we had asked for a special patrol, and he said we can just put it for patrol if we need to. And we talked about having a substation here on Liberty Hill. And then we had a financial report by Regina. We had old business, which was, we dispensed with Farmers Market, but Naomi Elliott is working with Charity Baptist Church to do the Farmers Market for Liberty Hill. They reported, we have our reunion September 15th through 17th. Beautification Committee talked about doing flowers at the welcome sign. Dexter was going to coordinate that with some volunteers. So we'll look forward to that. The political action, we decided that we're going to host a candidates forum coming August or September. It will be sponsored by the Improvement Council and the Liberty Hill Alliance. The Historical Society said they were having a Juneteenth program, and actually that's on this Monday coming at Royal Baptist Church from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. And we had some announcements about some upcoming events. Representative Wendell Gilliard was here, and he was explaining he was running for Kempson position, and he kind of gave a little bit of the history of where he came from and what he was doing. And after that, so those are the next, this was, have
all my, so around, so are actually we're trying to figure out a way that maybe your house is they there or use my sometimes do. If they don't, they bring so other than that, just any questions or please email me and I can do whatever I can to help you. But I was told the same thing that you were already told about the council members, asked to go through them for the station. I wasn't sure,
okay.
so, yeah.
Yeah, we had asked about the substation, and he said we do have to go to council. So we're gonna write everything up and submit it to our council that we have here already, and get the mayor to sign off on it and see if it passed, because they already know us before we get somebody new.
Okay. Not bad idea at all.
And we were thinking about right there on the corner of Luella and Montague. The family that owns that house agreed to do it. So it's just a matter of us writing up what it takes to open up the substation.
It's awesome.
Anything, any other questions?
No, just because I get really concerned about those dirt lights.
Yeah, like I said, we got some info on where they're unloading and loading their off of the trailers, because they're coming in on trailers too, outside of them just showing up. So we're gonna try and use that, show up while they're there, or try and get them before they jump on the bikes and take off, because they know we're not gonna do. So this is a liability of, it wouldn't take much for them to get paralyzed if they run things, so.
Thank you so much.
If they ran and they got in an accident and got paralyzed,
So it's a liability thing. I'm not exactly sure how all that works, but I was told that the policy is made for liability reasons. So, I mean, there's liability with everything, but it's a huge risk. I mean, you're 10 times more likely to get hurt running on a four-wheeler or dirt bike than you would in a car. So, I mean, you can still get hurt in a car, but you have a cage around you, so to speak. So, I don't know the specifics on that, but I just know that there's a policy against it, and the public knows. So, for the ones that are doing it, no, because they actually go all the way downtown. They go downtown and then they come back. They four-wheelers, dirt bikes, they go up and down rivers, they shut down intersections. It's a big thing, it's a problem.
But they don't have tags, right? That's illegal, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh.
but they know that they take off when I'm in case. So
Oh,
they do.
okay.
It's not that we don't want to enforce it, but policy and liability,
Oh,
So-
okay, so you can't do it.
so. But it's a big discussion. I do know that, my council member that I deal with, Bob Keating said he's gonna try and bring that as well, so.
Yeah, 'cause-
Yes. It's a nuisance for everyone. I was actually in a meeting, last night talking about it, and we heard them going by. So, unfortunately, so, all right.
Okay, thank you so much.
Please reach out if you need anything.
I sure will have you.
All right,
thank you.
Mm-hmm. Have a good one.
Be careful.
You too.
All right.
Okay,
So,
so report from the code enforcer. Hello, everybody, can y'all sign in? Can we pass the sign-in sheet around? Okay, and, the code enforcement Lotz, she's on vacation, but she, left a, report, that the only thing that they have is trash cans problem. The trash cans cannot be flowing over, it cannot be, even askew, you have to have it closed. And she said, if it gets to the point you need 2 trash cans, you have to put in for it. But they will not pick up your trash if the lid is right. So I asked her, well, would you pick up the separate trash bag on the side? She said, no. So you have to save that trash bag for the next week. Right, they will not pick up your trash. That was excuse.
I have to tell the neighbor, that's probably why.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
still
the
sitting out
trash.
there,
Yeah, the trash.
yeah, both of that.
So I have to tell them about, they need to request another trash.
That's a new rule, so.
Geez.
And then she said, if you see that too many times, they're gonna fine you. And I think she said $1,500. $1,500.
trash cans?
Trash cans. Evidently, it's a problem because the animals get in it, or critters get in it, scattered everywhere. Then they have to go out, pick them up, things like that. So it's gotta be closed. Yeah, so I don't think anybody wanna fine, but they will fine you. But if you know you got a lot of trash, then I would say request 2 trash cans. Okay? All right. We have our financial report, our treasurer's online. Regina?
Hello,
Hey,
hey everyone. Our last report, we had $1,110.28, of which we paid some bills, and we now, our balance now is $920.91. Do I need to say who we paid and what, and how much, or all of that, or just?
You can say, so they know we'll be paying out the, those accounts.
Oh, okay. We paid Sam, which was $119.90. We paid Dominion Energy, $23.82. I don't know what the $1.18 was for, but it was from Staples for something, I have no idea what that was. And we paid,
Copies, we make copies sometimes.
make copies, okay, okay. And then we got something else from Sam's for $44.47.
That's usually ink.
Ink and paper and that kind of thing. Okay.
When you say Sam's, I think you need to post whatever you got from Sam's, so people would know that you can buy something for your house for Sam. So I think you need to.
Yeah, I don't have the receipts yet, and as soon as I get the receipts, I'll know exactly what it is. But right now, I think it's, paper and ink copy stuff.
Okay. All right, any questions? Okay. All right, thank you, ma'am, for the report.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I think by right, we should move to accept financial report. Don't you do that? You just accept what she says. You don't make a motion to accept financial
Oh,
report?
we haven't been,
Oh, you have, okay.
yeah, so I kind of dispense with the formalities, today, if that's okay. Okay. All righty. Old business, reunion committee, did you wanna, speak on the outcome of planning the reunion, Regina?
We're moving right along as far as planning. The reunion is coming. We found a venue. We've been working with a caterer and a decorator. And Sheila has gotten a logistics person so that we can get tables and chairs and everything set up. And I'm not, well, yeah, I think I do have, she has someone in place for Friday night's events. Saturday, we're supposed to have the picnic, so we're having, we've got some people in place to fry some fish and vendors, other vendors that will have some food. And Sunday, when we have the event, we've got our people in place for that, but we do need to talk with the caterer and the, decorator. So right now, that's where we are. We sent out letters and we're asking the communities, we're asking churches, and we're asking the businesses to help us out with that. So I haven't heard anything back from anyone yet, but we do have the letters out. And right now, that's where we are. So we have a meeting next Monday night, so I'll know more next Monday, and I'll be able to tell you more next meeting.
And they do welcome, any volunteers. It's usually the Monday after this meeting is when they have it, and it's at what time, 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock.
7. And they usually do that, via conference call. Okay. Or sometimes they do, and they send out, the notices through your email, so if you look out through your email for the notice for the reunion meeting. Okay. And what about the splash party coming up in July?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. We have a splash party in July. Another group is having, I would say, a picnic on the park, and we're gonna sponsor the splash party. The reunion group will sponsor the splash party.
So the reunion group usually just pay for the kids coming in, I think the first, the 50 kids?
Yeah.
First 50 kids, it's $2 per person, so we give $100 to the pool to pay for the kids coming in. And then the community with, under Bird, and I think now Brandon Pearson, or Brandon Haywood, they will be providing the fish and the seafood, and we will be providing the side dishes like the rice and the vegetables and things like that. So we'll have a sign up list probably next meeting to see who would like to sign up for cooking. We ask that you donate a pan of rice or donate a pan of vegetables or a couple bags of corn, things like that. Okay. Okay. All right, is that it? Courtney? Gina?
Yeah, that's it. I thought you were asking for questions, but that's it.
Okay, any questions now? Concerns? Okay, no, all good. Can you hear us? Gina?
Yes.
Okay, all right, I just want to check. All right, beautification committee?
We're doing 2 properties, this weekend. One will be on Nesbitt Avenue and one will be on Sanders Avenue. Clean up.
Okay, so they usually go and clean up the senior, lots, Mr. Craig and, Dexter, they help out the seniors who cannot do it for themselves. So that they've been a blessing to Liberty Hill, and actually we need to give them a hand because they do it out of the kindness of their hearts. And they use their own equipment, y'all. Their own weed eaters and hedgehogs, whatever it's been called. And zero
The
turns.
edgers.
What you call
The edgers.
it? The edgers and all.
Edgers.
Okay, yeah. So we thank God for them, because they don't have to do it in this, sometimes it's in 100-degree weather. You know, so. Yeah. So y'all know how the mosquitoes are here. They get eaten up. Oh, it's snake steak? Oh, it's snake steak. So we just thank God for them. I'm glad y'all ain't squirrely. Okay, political action. I know we talked about last time doing voters registration. We still haven't got that list. We're gonna work on getting the list of people who need to be signed up for voting, who's not on the vote, who don't have their voters registration. We need to work on that. And we had some volunteers, and Donna had volunteered to do the mayor and the district candidates help with the forum. So we're asking anybody. Excuse me? We're asking everybody. Somebody else talking? Gina, can you take? I'll take those off. Yeah, we're asking those who would like to volunteer, please volunteer. See Donna, if you don't mind. I think Ms. Craig had offered to, huh?
Everybody in the room volunteer, right?
Everybody volunteer. She remembers everybody volunteering. All right, so we'll make a note, everybody in the room. Everybody in the room. Okay. Any comments, concerns? I know we need to come up with some questions. If any of you have questions that you want us to ask the candidates, if you want to jot it down on a sheet of paper and give it to Don.
We also need to explore what kind of format people want to see. You know, you can think back to some of the debates you've seen in the past. You know, some of them work better to take into account a live audience in the room, and some of them do not. But I know there are other people on the committee, and you know, we'll all get to talking about it. But if you have some suggestions for formats or how you would like to see it, what you think is going to elicit the best response and participation from the people who come to see it live, that would be helpful. You know, and some of the people that you might want to see as moderators.
Okay.
Okay.
Have a hand in the back.
I just want to make a statement. I'd like to thank, I better not call no names, because I might mess up. But I'd like to thank the Deputy Improvement Council for participating in our cleanup we had last week. Back where Grant Cemetery is at. And some of it, well, most of it, all of it is private property. Some of my family property. And I didn't expect to see y'all. And I'm not thanking no one person, I think the whole group.
Yes, sir.
The whole.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It just didn't start. It started before, just Saturday. And I just want to say, for me and my family, we really do appreciate it.
You're
Really
welcome.
from our hearts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, we thank you for even thinking about doing that, you know. But I think Dexter said he rolled back there and saw. He said, "Oh, who did this?" So he was pleased, because sometimes they ride back there and clean up. So yeah, we thanked the group earlier, and so I told him your family did a great job
Yes,
I think it was like 20 people, you know, in total, in and out, so, which was good.
and we're not done yet, because in that mess, somebody that tried to use it as a dumping area,
Oh, yeah.
but we gonna get
It's a mile of leaves, somebody keep dumping their leaves, so. yeah.
chips and things.
And chips, okay, they have to get that.
And trees.
I talked to the guy who did it, I caught him. I talked to him,
Yeah, he said he could stop it. Oh,
yeah, because he's blocking out entrance to the right of way.
and he
Y'all
had-
find?
I haven't been back there in years.
and he got all that stuff over a drain, a water drain.
We'll have to Put in a work order or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we were trying to get that road out, limestone, put fresh limestone,
Yeah,
but the budget wouldn't allow us at that time.
yeah.
So I'm still working with that.
You remember I got it done once.
Yes,
It had them real deep,
and
potholes.
ruts, yeah.
It's still like, they have to come again before it gets worse.
Because it's a right of way, but it's the city right of way.
Right.
So we, can put, if we have it in the budget, put something there
Yeah,
for sanitation or, guys in my group.
because the garbage trucks are actually
They-
what's doing it.
Yeah.
And big, bumps and all that weight. That's what I said to the city, and they did come up. This was a few years ago. And- But it ain't that bad now, but it could get worse.
We're trying to stay on top.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Okay, Historical Society, do you have any reports?
Yes, ma'am. See, you have a banner up there, but I'm passing out these flyers that I have here, inviting everyone to come out on Monday to the Life Center at Royal between 12 and 2 for our June 10th celebration. What we having is a program that we're asking, I think we have 7 families that are gonna talk about their family. We will have a table set up to sign up for other things also. We're gonna be giving away prizes. We're gonna be giving away money. So hold on to your ticket once you arrive. And I'm not gonna say too much on it because I want you to come out and see it. We're gonna have a little skit. So we bringing Liberty Hills back. Trump talked about make America great again. We gonna make Liberty Hills great again. I don't know whether Lily Mae want to elaborate on that anymore, you, Valerie,
I did want to know, do we pay the registration fee the day of, when we come in?
No, we have closed registration. This is the flyer that we had out.
Okay.
And I just made this to bring here. Yeah, we closed registration. We have 7 family that is going to talk about their family history.
Y'all have t-shirts for sale too, that day?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's got vendors, there's 8 vendors.
8 vendors, okay. I know Sister Pat left a t-shirt, are y'all selling
Oh,
these?
that's my t-shirt.
I think there's another committee that's selling the t-shirt.
Oh, we sell it. We're selling.
We're going to be selling t-shirts.
There's another committee that's making them for us and selling them.
This is what the t-shirt look like.
Bring it closer.
If anyone interested in purchasing t-shirt,
They'll be there on Monday.
yeah.
I gotta have.
Yeah, but suppose you can't make it. I gotta work Monday.
I'll get you.
Can we see the
But I want a
t-shirt?
t-shirt.
I'll get you.
Huh?
I'll get you.
I'll pay you.
Oh, and the subject is the soul of the family.
Yeah, that.
Liberty Hill was always a family stuck together of love, and the soul of the family is coming back. So have a play regularly.
So what's the price of the t-shirt?
That's what I was just gonna ask.
She didn't tell us.
It's gonna range between 20 and 25.
Let me see the back of it, let me see the back.
The backup is a campaign that, Ruthina Porterfield started. She did a
Oh,
live presentation a couple of weeks ago. Save the Hill.
Yeah.
So it's a financial campaign because we need to buy some of these properties around here. These properties are going for sale left and right. And so we need to have a buy-in of people who want to invest and donate to the Liberty Hill Fund. So we want to do is start a land bank. And we want to buy the smallest property, and I'm just gonna put it out there. I think, the Hughie's property is up for sale now. Isn't there another one too?
I'm going to ask the family if they would sell it. I don't know if it's available.
Oh.
But I'm gonna ask.
Oh, the Hughie family? Or somebody else?
This is different.
Another one? Oh, another family, okay. So there's two properties up for sale.
See the QT,
It's small.
Yes.
the Smalls and the QT? Judge, you should know.
Yeah.
The sign.
What's
Signs
the other
on
one
right
besides
now.
the small?
Mr. Hughie's house,
So the
that
sign
big
house,
house on Nesbit, that's for sale.
which one?
That
You
huge
want
house
to live in that house?
on Nesbit,
On
on
that
the
side.
other side of Nesbit.
This side,
On the outside of that,
on the other side.
right next to our roof.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost $2 million.
Yeah,
How much it was?
It's 3 times, almost 2
buying it
million.
small, yeah, about 2 million.
1.8 million. It's actually, the property is worth like 500,000. A little over 500,000.
500,000.
That's how bad these investors want it.
Investors want it, and they're willing to pay. While we're here, I may as well.
Thank you.
We, in the background, we've been working on this for a while, because, I actually went to DC and talked with Brian about it. He told me that he would consider Liberty Hill first to buy the property. But, the investors, they represent Park Circle. And when they put the property on the market, initially they offered 1.5 million. And again, the property's only worth 500,000. Now, and we tried to get investors to buy. That didn't come to fruition. So, what I did is I asked Mr. Darby, last ditch effort, if the county could step in. Well, the county was gonna buy it. The county was gonna come in with the city as a joint effort. Mr. Darby was gonna get 800,000, and the rest was coming from the city to purchase the one for the 1.8 million. However, the county nor the city would allow us to do it because the property is only worth $500,000. They would not allow city or county funds to go and purchase land that wasn't worth what they were paying. I mean, what it's worth. So, I don't know if that's a linchpin for the investors or not. It's just that, I try to get the family to understand, we as a community we don't want it to go outside of the community, because, we know what they're gonna do is put those big houses, and it's going to outprice the property on Liberty Hill. which means that everybody's taxes are gonna go up, and most people won't be able to afford the taxes. Now, there is grandfathering we've heard about. I know it's happened in other parts of the country. Just hadn't happened here. So, and I mean, I know firsthand that it happens in other parts of the country. I remember when I was in Atlanta, a police officer bought a house in the city of Atlanta, didn't have to pay taxes for 10 years. You see, because they were grandfathering, taxes. But for whatever reason, Charleston County has now. So we're looking to do that. And everybody talks about it, so we're looking to do it. It's just, we hadn't figured out how we're gonna do it here in Charleston County. And the county has to, it's not the city issue, it's not the city's issue, it's the county. And they have to agree to do that.
How big is the property?
It's almost 4 acres, it's 3.7, 3.6 acres. And it's the woods behind the center.
Parallel to.
And it goes all the way back to the pool.
It goes all the way back to,
Past the pool.
right here, right by that fence right there.
Yeah.
That's the end of it. And it goes all the way to up right in front of, just behind the smallest property, on, what's the name of it? McDowell Street. And it's always been woods. That's, I mean, all of my life, it's always been woods. We used to hunt back there when I was a kid.
It's valued at $500,000, but investors want to pay, have offered 1.5.
The smallest family wants to sell it for at least 1.5.
That's the selling price?
Yes.
But you don't have to, but the thing is, you can offer, you don't have to offer that amount, is what they go. You can say, here's my offer, 500,000.
Yeah.
They can take it or leave it.
Yeah.
You don't have to offer at that price.
The city has offered, put in offers to buy that property for years, and they turned it down. They don't want, they say
They rejected it.
Yeah. Every time they put in a bid, they reject it.
Okay, they could
At the
get
very end,
Hmm?
it butts up to our church.
Right,
You know,
yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
know, I'm surprised that they didn't use eminent domain. So they used eminent domain and took our property back in the early 80s.
Mhm.
Yeah, but that's when Boyd was there with you.
Huh?
That's when Boyd was there with you.
Don't get it started.
That's when he was there with her, and she was out of town.
Don't get her started.
So that's why we said, Louisiana has a Save the Hill campaign for those who want to invest in some Liberty Hill properties, especially back there. We've been wanting the affordable housing. They say it's the best thing to do back there, as well as a heritage center. The Historical Society is pushing that. We're behind them to do a heritage center, so we can not only have this little small room, but we can have an actual heritage center where we can house our history, artifacts, have a virtual Liberty Hill. Donna has put that on the table for us to do. And so we want all of that, and it will be like an event center for Liberty Hill.
So you talk about partnership.
Yeah, so we need partnerships, some donors, investors.
Right, you're talking about forming a whole different organization,
Yes, ma'am.
with partners in it to complete that project.
Yes, ma'am.
Including the sale.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it's 2010.
Yeah, and it's just, family didn't agree to sell the land, astronomical amount of money for the land. And we heard that Channel 4 was supposed to come and talk with us about it, because they heard about what was going on. We didn't hear from Channel 4, but we'd be glad to talk, because we want to keep that, the property belonging to Liberty Hill, because again, if someone else buys it, it's gonna be a really, really, really steep climb for us to keep Liberty Hill in its present state, because the taxes just go out and wait.
Are you interested in putting in affordable housing?
Yes.
on it?
Yes.
Yeah, so we've had some financial planners, advising us, and that's what they told us. In order to, I guess, get investors involved, we have to put houses affordable housing. It was, and put it on there with subsidies. So, the developer that we're working with, you know, he's found some 50K subsidies that we can attach to the loans, for that project. Yes, ma'am.
Did you all look into Habitat for Humanity and then building on the lots?
That's it.
Oh.
Habitat is a, for Craig, Habitat is a sore subject,
Okay.
because Habitat has in past years received funds for Liberty Hill, and they have not spent the money. They've gotten, that I know of, they've gotten at least $100,000, and they haven't spent any of the money. And I'm really upset, and I need to speak to somebody in the legal arena, because if you get money for a community and you don't spend it in that community, then that's fraud. And I know they've gotten this $100,000 that they haven't spent, and they disqualify people when they come in. And I mean, in one instant, they came to us and called a family out by name and said, we're gonna work on this house because this is so-and-so's house. And they wouldn't do
There are no Habitat homes on Liberty Hill? They're not done any builds?
it. They said that they were working on some things I haven't seen.
Yeah, you'd know if it's a Habitat home.
Well, the Habitat home, no.
The ones that they build for people?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, they've gotten money to do improvements
Other
on
things.
Liberty Hill, and they have never done it. And I don't know, I know of at least 100,000, but they get grants every year. And, again, that's fraud. And I wanna fight. I mean, I hate to fight, but I have to, because, we just can't let that go. Because we need money. We need it.
Yeah, you might wanna leverage that fight though. You know, sometimes it's a matter of when you know, picking your battles, the timing of it. Because if you're trying to launch a project to have a build here, you know, they get such national recognition in that arena, you might wanna leverage when you pick your fight in order to get something out of it. You know, if they've got some serious breaches, because usually, and then you gotta know about the funding source. But it's something to consider. But if you're gonna trying to do a build on Liberty Hill, you know, you might just wanna.
Kind of lay low.
So it's reasons I haven't said anything yet, because I know about this for long.
Right, I'm not saying,
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
don't use it.
Yeah.
But you might wanna pick your battle, your time.
Especially since we're putting in for the historical designation to be a historical landmark, then certain things may be considered negative. And may put us in a negative light, is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah, and then you might, you know, you may get out of them, if you time it right, you might get out of them what you need to help with your own build if you can get it off the ground. you know what I mean? But if you launch a battle with them while you're trying to raise some money, it might not, you know, it might turn off investors.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just consider that, talk about
Can I ask this question? Kind of, this plaque right here, does that not recognize us on the registry?
Oh, you know,
No. That's county brothers.
this is the one that is in front of the center.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we were hoping that it would help,
I think
because we
so.
already have this.
Yeah, I think so.
But there's still a lot of other things that's required that we have to do.
Okay.
But I was thinking the same thing too, since we already have a, marker there from the National Registry,
Yeah.
you know. But each time you put in, you have to give information on that, so hopefully,
it. These markers are county.
Okay.
that's, I thought it was state. This is state marker.
What is the one for the check? That's
It's
county.
You
county.
talking about this?
Mhm.
That's a state marker.
That's
They told us county, but
just the.
No, that's a state, they told me that was a state marker. You can see the palmetto tree up at the top?
Yeah.
That's a state,
What about the one in front of Charity?
from the who?
Charity.
Center for
The one by
Heirs
Charity?
Center for Heirs Property.
Is that a city or, I mean, is that a county or a state or what? The one that's in front of you?
That came from the grant from the reunion.
Oh, you talking the monument,
Right.
the
Oh, it's a
monument.
monument. Oh,
Right.
I thought it was a monument.
There was a markup, one of those entries, it's no longer there, I don't know what happened. Do you remember, there was a markup for one of those entries?
You talking about that one on the corner of Williams and, Montague?
Yeah.
That's a monument.
That's a monument.
Father,
Okay.
so, it's two there, right?
Okay,
But yeah, so, but it is separate from the national.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you got that far.
We are putting it to the architectural review board, our urban planner finished the documents, he finished a covenant for the community, and then he finished the actual, architectural review board bylaws for us to use. So that means anybody building on Liberty Hill will have to come to the residence. The mayor already said he'll sign off on it. We just have to present it to him and, of course, get the buy-in of the, county council. And, as the improvement council, we had voted on it last year. We can just kind of tell you all the specifics, and we can email you a copy of the covenant as well as the review board bylaws for your review. And, you know, if you have some other suggestions, be good. But that was just like the house that was built on Nesbitt and they sold for $420,000. We can stop that. We can slow that process down, so to slow gentrification down if they have to go through architectural review. So.
I know, on 10 Mile, there's some guy, I think they say he's Asian, that is building houses, and there was a lot that was sold that had a tiny cinder block house on it. I mean, tiny. And on that lot, he built 2 houses. The space in between, I don't know that I can walk between the 2 houses. And then where the center is on 10 Mile, they built 3. And there again, they are so close together. It is just unreal. And he's looking to buy more land in the north area. And that's what he's doing. They're, you know, I don't even know how that gets approved.
Right, if we let them, if we don't say anything, then yeah, it can slip through the cracks, because there was one in Gainer, and it's great, went to zoning and said, look, that's too close to the next house, and then they were going higher than the other houses, so what happens when it rains? All the water's gonna go out, and flood the other ones.
And they were trying to build a business there, it wasn't a house, they wanted to build a business there. But we have to check, because with this being here and there's businesses right there, it may very well be zoned commercial. I don't think so, but it's on the same street.
Yeah, R1 is R1.
Yeah, so, you know, but we have to, there's a lot of things we have to look at, because, you know, back in the day, I mean, you know, we had corner stores, we had all this in the community, but we wanna do what is right by the community and put the commercial spaces in the commercial, where they belong, out of Montague. So, yeah, but.
So we gotta pay attention. If we don't pay attention, it's gonna happen.
See, here we go again. No one goes to be. No one goes to be. And they rely on that, because no one says nothing until everything has been approved. That's the history of the people over there. They wanna argue and fuss after when everything is done and settled. Until you start going to these meetings, and if the meeting is Zoom, you need to listen to it. You know? I thought we were supposed to have a liaison person to attend these.
That person's coming. They have the funding for that person. They were vetting that person. So, and that person will go to the Charleston County and the city meetings and actually really speak on our behalf, but they will speak their language. That way they will be received better than what we will be received. Because a lot of times the county people or the city people, they don't want you coming in and complaining. They already told us that. They don't want you to come and say, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. They want to hear what the community needs and what solutions we come up with and present it professionally. Then they'll listen to us. We've already been hit with that. So this person will be paid. It'll be a full-time person, but they will represent, I think, 11 of the Black communities.
So, let me understand this. You said they don't want you to complain.
No.
How you present your?
How you present it, just to come in there and just.
Oh, this, wow.
Yeah, just, you know.
No, it's a way,
Verbatim,
it's a way to do things.
Present.
Oh, okay.
Right.
But you can.
You can, yeah.
You can't
But what do
present
they
your
do?
argument.
And what do? They turn a deaf ear.
Yeah.
And they already told us. You know, come with some solutions, you know, how we can help ourselves and then how they can help us.
Right.
So we got somebody that we're vetting, I'm not vetting, it's Lancey's doing it, to put them in place for us. And they got the grant money for it. Okay, any other nonprofits? Before I see we have Charity Foundation, do you have any updates? For your group?
No, not at this time.
Okay, are you part of the IM June 22nd, June 24th?
We are hosting the community choir. The rehearsals have been held at Charity for the past few weeks, and we will be singing at the community celebration on Thursday, the 22nd. I believe that is at Morris Brown AME at 6:30. That's whenever the International African American Museum's worship services. And then on Saturday, they do have the community block party downtown Charleston at, what is it? Let me look at the flyer. Yes, this month.
Because when is the opening?
The opening is actually on the 27th,
26th.
26th.
Oh, June.
Mm-hmm. It's right around the
Next
corner.
week.
Uh-huh.
It's next week, that's this week.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, next week. Thursday, next week, Thursday.
And we try to send us the flyers when, nonprofit sends us their flyers, we try to put it in our newsletter. Is everybody getting a copy of our newsletter?
Mhm.
I got something from Charity that stated about the rehearsals, I knew about that.
Okay.
Mhm. But in the Liberty Hill newsletter, they had all the flyers as well included. But it's Saturday, June 24th, from 10 to 2 at Marion Square. They'll be down there. But BB Winans, Ranky Tanky's gonna be performing. And it's a community celebration. They're gonna have vendors. Of course, the president and director will be speaking. It's gonna be a good time, so.
Hey, your brother's gonna be there.
Yeah, you're a twin. You're a doppelganger. It starts at 10 a.m. on Saturday. It's from 10 to 2. And then the gospel service is from 6 to 8 on Thursday. Yeah.
And that's gonna be at Morris Brown, EME?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Very good. Now, is Charity having a farmer's market coming up? Do you know?
So not a farmer's market. We're having a Juneteenth celebration. Let me pull that up for you so I don't misspeak. But it's a part of our Juneteenth celebration. I think it's on Sunday. On Sunday, we will also be feeding any fathers and their sons, just as a celebration for Father's Day. Let me pull that up. On Sunday, this Sunday at 12:30 in our banquet hall, we're inviting all fathers and their sons or their children to come and have dinner with us, break bread with us as a celebration for fathers. So
What time is it?
12:30 on Sunday.
God bless.
And what else is up? The farmer's market thing. Hold on. And then we're having our Juneteenth Freedom Day, the 17th. So that's this Saturday. Don't want that to coincide with this, but from 11 to 4, it's a family fun day. There will be food, fun, and vendors. Kana Zielberg is putting that together. She does that with the vendors and farmers markets that we have normally in the community. So we'd love to have you pop your head in over there after you leave the Liberty Hill Juneteenth celebration.
No, I was at Monday.
The Monday, okay.
Saturday. Yeah, I was Monday.
Very good. So Liberty Hill's doing something.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
Because I don't get anything.
we're gonna,
let
Mr.
me-
Craig and, got permission, we're gonna put one at the center, and we're gonna put one at, headquarters, but I think, they wanna use this also in their historical society in their, theater. And their program. You know, those little tabs, they've got the plastic tab. Yeah. So that's why I say I'm gonna last. Even that, even these little things are $63.
I want to send this to her.
And they're very flimsy, yeah. But that's the price, I mean, inflation. You know? COVID prices. We're still on COVID prices. Okay. Anything else? Yes, sir.
What I wanted to, the Living Redevelopment Group, if anyone knows anyone that needs, and they have to be 62, living in the house, a lot of criteria change. I mean, that's why I have to say this before. The person has to live in the house, they have to own the house. And we're looking to we need at least one more group. And if they own the house and they're at least 62, we can put a roof on the house. If they meet their criteria. So, we need this like
Yesterday.
3 weeks ago. And, we're trying to, we had some folks in the pipeline, but they have to fill the paperwork out and give it back. And we've been waiting for paperwork for a while, but they have to give it back. And, because we have to submit it to the county. We're at the end of this 500,000, and we have to get one more roof, and then we can do some of the big work on a couple of houses that we've been trying to do forever. So, and we only have until the end of the month to get it done. So, please, if you know anyone, we need to get it in there, so that we can get it. All right, thank you.
All right, any other announcements? Community, family? Everybody, family okay? We have Sister Barbara that just came out of the hospital. Please pray for her. She's going through treatments. I don't think it's a secret. And then we have Pop.
Sister Barbara.
She was our secretary. She was our secretary.
Harley.
Yeah. Harley. She used to see us. Last name? Okay. Okay, so Dexter talked to Pop. Pop's been in the hospital a month. Yeah, so he came home last night. We talked to him last week. He sounds good. So he's doing good. He was just ready to get out of that hospital. But yeah, so please pray for Pop, because he's been going through too. Yeah. Anybody else been in the hospital that we know?
Mr. Elliott.
Oh yeah, Bishop Elliott broke his hip. He had hip replacement. And so he's been in a nursing home for a while. I don't know if he's home yet. Oh, Miss Broomfield. Oh, God. Miss Broomfield's such a sweet lady. Her services. Yeah, she passed.
Yeah.
Yeah, her services is tomorrow. Her wake is tomorrow from 6 to 8.
The service is Saturday.
Right.
Yeah.
So, the wake is tomorrow at North Area. And then, I believe her services is Saturday.
Yeah.
My phone died. And, what church is that you have?
Let me see if I can find it.
Where she?
She's off with the deal.
Yeah, she live across from, you know where Pop House was?
Okay, Charlotte.
Yes.
Charlotte. They used to live on Liberty Park.
Right.
And when her high school moved to on Liberty Hill.
Right.
Oh, that house right across from Park.
Yeah.
Then one of them
Yes.
house.
Right next to,
You know,
The house.
house,
Yeah.
yes, house,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I never listened to those people that moved in there. They were Broomfield.
she used to drive school bus.
Oh,
Went off Charleston.
You know, Karen.
Hopefully in here.
Okay, the church is North Palm Ministry, and it's in North Charleston. I've never heard of that, North Palm.
It's off of Cross County Road.
Okay.
Was that Bishop Moore's church?
No, it's down from, Bishop, what's the name? He's not here now, but he's got the big old, where Whitfield had that church. It's almost to the front of Dorchester. They took some places and they took the whole section and made church.
Well,
Oh, okay.
It's the church off of Sumner, used to be on the end of Sumner.
Uh-huh.
Well, that church moved, that's what's North Farm. It's
Okay,
North Farm now.
okay.
North Farm.
And the viewing is tomorrow, is Friday the 16th from 6 to 8. And it's at North Area Funeral, right there on King.
That's his daughter, that, the church is her daughter's church.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, the door.
Yeah.
She's a sweet lady too.
Oh, she is.
Oh,
She was. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? All hearts, minds clear? Well, that's it. Would you like to call us on first?
We all stand for prayer, please. Father God, we thank you for our thank you for what you have done for us. Father God, we call out names and for those in the community that are sick, and we ask that you bless those that we haven't even called in there. Father God, we ask you to go to the houses of the bereavements. And Father God, the information that came into the community, we ask that you bless us with it. We ask that you allow us to go forward, and we give you all praise and all the honor. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen.
And y'all have a happy Juneteenth, and I'll see y'all.
All right.
Yeah, have a good day.
But please come out the road from 12 to 2.
12 to 2.
So with the family. Charity celebration Saturday from 11 on.
She said,
Thank y'all online. Joining even this mission, I still can't find out. Okay, thank you.
I'm dealing with, help them to. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Look at I need a truck. You got a truck? Hey, what I need a truck for?
let's
I
talk.
bought some, the string from Westbury.
Let me give you my number.
Yeah.
Cause I said,
So it took me, I got a whole box.
call me, cause I'm gonna get it myself. It's,
All y'all got a truck now.
I read several ones, like you need a truck.
Oh, no, I'm driving a people truck.
5 Yeah, 5 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, 0.
No, I just need a truck. I don't know.
Okay.
I had to take some, put my flowing down.
Craig up.
And one. They did like 5. But you know, I got the one that got keys. Lock it up. And when you go to pick up,
Okay.
you still put it there?
Yeah. Yeah, just call me.
No, it's got a mag on it. No, it's just don't lock it, you just, it's set down. So I need them go back through it again. And I just don't wanna deal with them taking the stuff back, you know? But, let me see. Yeah, I need to get some kind of thing, right? Thought I done get that much. Let me see. I can have my nephew. Yeah, he's there. He's old. You mess it up?
No. I went to a backfill work. He ain't been working. He had something.
But he got money. Howard Floyd now? That plank. Yeah. Locking plank.
I know he got it on.
Young Kyle's fault.
I know, but see, I called Carl and, Carl gave me his number. When I tried calling Carl back, I couldn't get him. I said, "Hey, baby, just this work.
And, you know, that's the friend. You didn't start.
Yeah.
I didn't force him to take.
Okay, well, give me a call. Okay,
All right, please.
all right, take care.
Give me a couple of days there.
Didn't Joey go fix your roof?
Charles, let me tell you. And told him, you see my roof on my.
What is it?
Oh, he did the roof. Yeah, he did the roof, and then I had them flowing, okay? And, he did maybe 95, 97% he could work. But I brought that parking plank, and when he parked the side off, he just don't put that down instead of sitting at the side.
So you need to go back and fix it?
I had him do that last year.
Right. I asked him.
But there's still some bad spot, and I'm just not even gonna bother with it, you know, because even with the, what they call the shoe holder, some sport, they didn't even put the shoe holder there. So I said, no.
We, you know, we kind of raised,
I know.
you know, and he ain't doing good work, he was doing work on Hendon. And I asked him, I said, did you fix the road? He said, yes. And I didn't talk to you, but I got, if it ain't right, I gotta get him to come back. You know, because he,
$4,600 I paid him. Like behind the refrigerator. They didn't have no shoe holders behind it, okay? I didn't get the table. And then they're not carpenters. They might be roofers, but they're not carpenters. And I tell you why I say that. Because the corners, they didn't know how to connect those